Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to estimate brick, block, and pavers because they can all be estimated the same way. So here I have a wall that's 8 feet tall and 50 feet long. I'm going to estimate the number of cinder blocks that I would need. So the first thing I need to know is how big is a cinder block. I'm going to use the dimensions 8 inches by 8 inches by 16 inches for a cinder block. Okay, so we're going to figure out how many cinder blocks it would take to build a wall 50 feet long and 8 feet tall. Okay, so first of all we need to find the area of the two items that we're going to use. So we need to use the brick. The brick, or the block, excuse me, is going to be 8 inches tall and 16 inches long. Okay, so we need to find the area of that brick. So area equals length times width. So our numbers would be 16 inches by 8 inches, which would give us a total of 16 times 8 equals 128 square inches. All right, so that's the size of the cinder block that we're going to use. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the area of the wall that we need to build. So same equation, area equals length times width. We're going to take 50 feet times 8 feet, and that will give us 50 times 8, which is 400 square feet. Okay, now we know the size of one block and we know the size of the entire area that we have to, so all we have to do is divide this by this to get how many block it would take. But this one's in square inches and this one's in square feet, so you can't do that. So they have to both be in feet or they both have to be in inches. It doesn't matter which one you're using, you're going to get the same answer either way. Okay, so to convert these, I would have to convert one of them. So to convert this one, 128 square inches, I would divide, because I want to get into feet, I would divide by 144. The reason I do that is 1 square foot is 12 inches by 12 inches, so it would be divided up into little blocks. So 12 times 12 is 144. So I've only got 128, so 128 from 144. So 128 divided by 144, 128 divided by 144 gives me 0.89 square feet. All right, so each cinder block is going to cover 0.89 square feet. So then all I have to do is take our 400 square feet divided by 0.89 square feet. So this is the whole and this is 1. So how do I figure it out? Just have to divide. So 400 divided by 0.89, it gives me 449, 449.4. So you can't buy 400, you can't buy a part of a block, so we would automatically round up to 450 block to do the wall. Now, of course, we always want to add waste because you're going to have breakage, you're going to have other things that you may, so we're going to add let's say just 10%. So 1 again is the 450 part, and then the 0.1 is the waste. So 450 times 1.1 would be 495 blocks. So this wall, 50 feet long, 8 feet high, would take 495 blocks to construct. Okay? So, what about the other two? What about a brick or a paver? Well, let's do pavers. Pavers come in various sizes, so I'll just pick a size, I don't know, let's say it's 4 inches by 10 inches. So this is 4 inches thick by 10 inches long. Okay, so that's basically what we need. We need what the front of the brick looks like. We're not going to put a paver wall 8 feet high, so let's cut that in half. Let's say we're going to build it 4 feet tall. Okay, so now we're going to use pavers. It's the same method. You got to find the area of this and the area of that. Now, before, in the previous one, I got 128 and I divided by 144 to turn it into feet. Well, I can turn it into feet before I get there. So I would take 4 over 12 times 10 over 12. So those would be in feet. So again, we use the same formula, length times width. So in my calculator, I would parentheses 4 divided by 12 times parentheses 10 divided by 12, and I hit equal. So 4 divided by 12 times parentheses 10 divided by 12 equals. So we'll say 0.28 square feet, because these are in feet. Then I would take 50 times 40, or 50 times 4, and now we get 200 square feet. So then I would just take 200 divided by that, 200 divided by 0.28 would give me 400 divided by 0.28 would give me 1428.6, 1429 times our waste. 1429 times 1.1 is 1572 pavers. Okay, so it works the same way for the block, the brick, or the pavers. You find the area of one, and then find the area of the whole wall that you want to build, and then you can divide the two. Now, if, let's say you're using pavers and you wanted to put them on the ground, so you were going to put a walkway that's 4 feet by 50 feet, okay, then you would need to know how wide the paver is. So this is 4 by 10, but if you're going to do that, then you would have to know, here's the 10, but how wide is it? Let's say it's 6 inches wide. All right, so then you would just substitute that, 6 for 4 times 10, and that would give you the area of each paver if you were to stand on it, and you could figure out how many pavers it would take to do that same if this was a walkway and not a wall. Okay, so if you're going vertical, you get the height and the width. If you're laying on the ground for the pavers, then you would take the width of the paver and the length of the paver, and then you could lay out a sidewalk using those pavers. Okay, so So that's brick block and pavers.